All right. All right. What's going on, Card Nation? This is John with Cardinal Craze. Today on the show, we have 2023 athlete Ricky Lee the third. Ricky, how are you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Enjoying this beautiful morning out here.
Yes, sir.
So let's kind of talk a little bit about who you are, kind of give a little introduction to the fan base. So you are a 2023 athlete recruit. You have an offer to the University of Louisville. You have multiple offers. We're kind of open up to that. But you're having a good day so far, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am just waking up early morning.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad. It is an early morning. So let's talk about this for a second as an introduction. You play at Cedar Grove High School in Georgia. You are teammates with current Louisville commit Adonijah Green. You have been to the University of Louisville for a visit, and you have a host of offers. So for the most part, let's kind of open up with just kind of that. So you have an offer to the University of Louisville. You went on a visit a while back with Adonijah Green and a couple other teammates from Cedar Grove.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience when you went on the visit.
I mean, it was fun. Like that was my first D1 experience. Like, well, a real VIP visit. I'm gonna put it like that. Like every other visit I've been on, I went to Arkansas last year, Ole Miss. I went to a lot of colleges last year with my team, but those with my team, so they had all eyes on everybody. But when I went to Louisville, it was just me, my like three other teammates. So I was really able to get close with the coach and talk more, get to know them better. And matter of fact, like on the bus with them around the whole state. So
Well,
it was
that
fun. Louisville was fun, man. Like they gave us the uniform, the drip. They let us put them gloves on. They're all black. They let us do the video. Like that was my first time ever doing a little video that that was creative like that. Like that was
well
my
that's great to hear. I did see some of those videos and photos a while back, and so with your current teammate Adonijah Green being a Louisville commit and being up there on the visit, your first like official VIP D1 kind of visit and offer and everything in general. Has Adonijah been pushing you like every day, like, hey, when you gonna commit to the Ville? When you gonna commit?
yeah. He been doing it every day. Like man, come join the family, man. He just want me to come join him. He don't want to be the only one from his school to go. So he wants somebody with his school to come play with him. He trying to recruit hard. He trying to build something at Louisville. They trying to win the natty, I guess.
Oh yeah, we are. So let's talk about this. Have you talked to any other Louisville commits like Pierce Clarkson or anyone in that area?
Yeah, I talked to Chance. His Instagram CLT underscore
Okay.
Chance. I think he's a receiver. Number he wear number 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he had took his visit pictures in number 9. Talked to him on Instagram. He was like, join the family. I talked to a couple players who was already up there, and I got a couple follow backs from Louisville players up there. So it was cool.
Well, that's great to hear. Let's kind of open up about your relationship with coaching staff. Now, you were being recruited by Coach Hodge and Coach Nicholson. So, can you talk about your relationship with them and what how they stand out compared to other coaches you've talked to?
Coach Aaron, man. Coach Aaron, he's one of the funniest, coolest dude I ever met. Like, and I only knew him for like a couple hours. But he's one of the funniest. Like you gonna have a good time around him. You're gonna laugh and joke. Like he's gonna act himself. He's not gonna try to like be somebody else. He's not when he sees other recruiters, he's still gonna be himself. Like he gonna make jokes with you. He gonna brag about Louisville and other schools in the ACC who trying to recruit you. He gonna do that. Like he gonna let it be known. Like Louisville is them. It's him. Like ain't no other school mess with Louisville. He gonna talk your junk. Like I like coaches like that who's competitive. Like I'm competitive myself, and like I guess they got a little rivalry between Wake Forest. So when Wake Forest found out I was down there, they was trying to get me down there the next week. So he already knew they was gonna pull the trigger once he seen me at Louisville. Cause I guess they got a little ACC beef. Wake Forest just won the ACC championship this year, so Louisville went liking that.
Well, one of the things is, I mean, I guess you can call it a rivalry. I mean, but we've been dogging on them for years, so
Yeah,
it's kind of like, I mean, is it really a rivalry, or do they just get the one up on us?
yeah.
All right. So you do have an offer to Wake Forest. You do have an offer to Nebraska. You have an offer for UCF. And you have a host of other schools talking to you right now. Can you kind of give us an insight into what offers you haven't received just yet, but you that we might be expecting here soon?
Um, Kentucky, Memphis, Mississippi State, Indiana, Kansas, Boston College, Vanderbilt, Liberty, Texas, Eastern Carolina University. Um, yeah, that's about it right now. I got 3 SEC schools looking at me. I done talked to Kirby Smart and the DB coach at Clemson in person, face to face. So they looking at me. They gonna check me out. So I'm get my name out. That's all.
Yeah, you definitely are. And I will say you are currently unranked on 24/7 Sports. But when you do get your ranking officially, do you expect to be up in the 4-star range, or what's your expectation whenever they do re-rank you?
Well, of course I'm gonna say I'm a 5-star because I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that for real. Like I was the 8th grade player of the year coming out of my class like in 2023 for borntocompete.com. You can look that up too.
All
But
right, we'll do.
and I was inducted in the Youth Football Hall of Fame. I was player of the year coming out of 8th grade. So I expected to be a 5-star in my high school career. But this year, I probably feel like they're gonna give me a 3-star. And it's just because that's just the start of where I'm coming from right now. But as I work my way up to the end of my season, I should be a 4 or 5-star, literally, because this is gonna be the best season I ever had in high school football.
And I definitely agree with all that. I think you are going to develop over this year. You're going to get stronger, better. Now, you've talked to me a little bit about how you're going to actually go through your development process over this year. You said you're going to work on everything from your weight gain to your speed, flexibility, um, just how you play as a player. Now, you are an athlete, though. So let's kind of dive into that and just kind of ask, what does the University of Louisville want to recruit you at? Do they want to recruit you for an athlete or a specific position?
I mean, right now they recruit me as a cornerback, but they still got a whole nother year to look at my film as an athlete. So they might change their mind, you know.
Well, that's true. Now for your high school, you have been playing on both sides of the ball. So when you're playing on offense, what do you usually play as?
Slot receiver, outside receiver, wide receiver, that's it.
Okay, so you have multiple roles that you can essentially do, which is great to hear because a lot of schools look for that versatile player who's capable of doing anything and everything that they need.
Dang it, everything. That's me. Kick return, punt return, kick off team, whatever you need. Yeah, there.
Now let's kind of now you did get a chance on your visit to meet head coach Satterfield, defensive coordinator Coach Brown. Can you tell us a little bit about meeting them and what that experience was like?
Man, that experience was one of the funniest experiences ever. Like you sitting in the head coach office, having a man-to-man talk with him. Like that's just fun. Like I ain't never imagined waking up in my bed just going to go talk to Louisville head coach. Like there was a dream come true. Like talking to a Louisville head coach. Like Lamar Jackson is one of my favorite players ever. Jair Alexander is my favorite cornerback, literally, like today. So it's like I really felt the love at Louisville. I love Louisville, man. Coach Satterfield, he was talking to me about how many great players that came through and the environment and the fans and the like when you touch that field, how fun it is just to be out there with Louisville Cardinals. So it was just fun, man. Talking to him, getting to know him. He was telling me about everything that they accomplished, and it was just good to hear. And he was telling me the new things they finna get to the facility. They finna get a new locker room made. They finna get a whole bunch of stuff. So there's gonna be
Oh,
cool. By the time I get up there, they're gonna have everything ready.
well, that's great to hear. I didn't know that they were planning on getting a new locker room, so I guess that's breaking news right there. But obviously they are going to redo a lot of facilities over the years. So, but that is amazing to hear. And just the fact that you are such a big Louisville fan is just so amazing. I think you're the first recruit who's really just kind of like come out and just said, "Oh, I love Lamar, love Jair, just love everything." So let's talk about visits to University of Louisville. You plan at least 2 or 3 more times. You do want to get up to the Ville, possibly before committing anywhere, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, as of right now, you don't necessarily have any of those visits planned, but they are kind of in the works, and you can't really comment right now a whole lot about where you might be going or what schools you will be visiting soon, correct?
Yeah, I can't really comment about what schools that I'm gonna like commit to, but I will be visiting a lot of schools this summer, and
Okay.
I'm going to a lot of camps, like a lot of college camps this summer. So it should be fun.
Okay, well, we'll definitely check out your Twitter feed and just see what you post regularly, see where you go. But we are excited that you do love the University of Louisville so much. You love the players, the history, and
Yes,
you did really enjoy your visit. So for the most part, that kind of wraps up our segment for today. Ricky, thank you so much for coming out on the show, talking to us a little bit. We'll talk a little bit after we end the segment here. But for the most part, Card Nation, be sure to go check out Ricky Lee on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube if you got it, Snapchat, whatever the case may be. We'll
yes,
post
sir.
it all on Twitter here later. But for the most part, this has been John with Cardinal Craze and Ricky Lee. Go Cards.
Go Cards. L's up.